Students, we'll start with our next part of our lecture, that is on balancing. Okay, so in last previous lectures we have covered vibration chapter. Okay, so that is it was a small chapter which consists of only theory part, that is only for 10 marks, and whatever we have thought, that is enough for your exams. Okay, so just collect that whatever slides, whatever, make own notes and start studying that vibration, which is for 10 marks. Now we'll be going ahead with the next chapter, that is balancing, which consists of 10 marks theory and 10 marks problems. Okay, it is both 10 marks theory and 10 marks problem. So in this whole balancing chapter, so what all we are studying is, we are studying what is balancing first, that is what is balancing we are studying. Then we are studying problems on balancing, that is there are two methods. Okay, one is graphical method and one is analytical method, that we are studying. Okay, then we are studying what is static balancing and dynamic balancing. These are theory part, last two parts, and balancing of rotating mass. Okay, these all things we are studying in balancing. So what do you mean by balance? Okay, just to understand that, so if what you mean by balancing, I have just taken a small example of what is balancing. See, you might have seen this picture. Okay, that is in any of the gardens or anything. So if we are using two masses, suppose if I consider this mass as m1 and this mass as m2. Okay, and when this condition will be there, so suppose, okay, if this mass is not equal to, if suppose this mass is not equal to this mass, if this mass is more, okay, then what happens, this will go down and this will come up. Okay, when you are saying it balanced, when both are equal. Okay, the process of eliminating unbalanced force, that is where there is unbalanced force is there, here mass is very less, so you are adding some mass, thereby you are balancing both. Such process is called as balancing. So such process is called as balancing. Okay, so this is about balancing. So balancing is nothing but the process of eliminating unbalanced force, and that process what you are doing is called as balancing. Okay, so next, that is, see, now you are studying when there are only two masses, that is m1. Okay, this is m1 and this is m2. So you are taken only two mass, you can easily balance. Okay, suppose if I take an example of this, suppose if I consider an example, this is m1. Okay, suppose this is m2, if suppose this is m3, and if suppose if I take m4. Okay, if I take 4 masses, then how you are balancing? See, the balancing becomes very tough here, so you cannot balance as you done in this case. Okay, here if it is 50 kg, okay, and you need to make, if it is 25, you should add, so if it is 25, you should add 25 to balance. Easy it is. Okay, to make balancing when there are two masses. When you are taking 4 masses, m1, m2, m3 and m4, or more masses, m5, okay, then it becomes very hard to balance such things. So in this condition, we need to apply some methods to balance this. To apply, okay, you are applying any two methods, that is, so then you are applying two methods, that is called analytical method or graphical method. Okay, so those problems we will be solving here. Just introduction is just what is balancing, you need to understand the what is the definition. Okay, then you need to understand what is analytical method and graphical method. Okay, now we will consider, okay, one of the example we'll consider. So I'll just take an example. These are the two formulas to solve the problems. Okay, that is horizontal force and vertical force. How you are getting this? So you will just understand about that. Suppose I'll consider one mass here, mass or force, both are same. Okay, mass or force I'll consider. Okay, if suppose the force is acting like this, Okay, then what is the horizontal component? What is horizontal? This is called horizontal and this is called vertical. This is vertical side and this is called horizontal. If suppose if f is in this direction, f is this one, f. If I take this same f in this direction, what it will be? Okay, so what it will be? It will be nothing but f, same f cos theta. So it will be cos angle. This is theta and this will be theta and this will be cos theta. So this is horizontal component. Always it is called horizontal component will be cos theta. So what will be this vertical? This is called vertical because line is vertical. What will be the vertical component? So vertical component will be f sin theta. So what is f horizontal component and vertical component? So horizontal component is f cos theta and vertical component is f sin theta. Okay, so here that we'll understand. See, this f I have considered. So f is there, force is acting at an angle theta. So this is theta. Okay, this is theta. So what will be horizontal component? F cos theta. What will be vertical component? F sin theta. So now you are considering only one force, only F is there. So I have explained here. See, here I have taken, there are how many forces? M1 is there, M2 is there, M3 is there and M4 is there. There are 4 masses. If I take 4 masses, what will be the horizontal force? For one horizontal it is F cos theta. Now 4 are there. So it will be F cos theta 1, this will be F cos theta 1, F2, this is F1 cos theta, first force F1 cos theta 1, second force F2 cos theta 2, F3 cos theta 3, F4 cos theta 4. If you add all those 4 forces, then you will get horizontal force. Okay, now same thing we'll consider. And what is F? F is also given by F. You can call F as directly in terms of, okay, in terms of mass and radius. Okay, you can call it as M into R. So what will be M into R? So now what will be F1? F1 will be M1 R1. So only I have written horizontal is equal to, for first mass you have considered here. So for first mass M1, what will be the horizontal force? M1 R1 cos theta 1. Okay, for second mass, for this mass, okay, horizontal will be M2 R2 cos theta 2. For third, M3 R3 cos theta 3. Last, M4 R4 cos theta 4. If you add all these forces, then it will get horizontal force. Okay, so now if I take similar vertical force, what is vertical? It is given by F sin theta. F sin theta. So what will be for M1? M1 it will be M1 R1. That is M1 R1 is nothing but F1. Okay, here we have seen, no? This is F1, M1 R1. So it will M1 R1. What will be this side? Sin theta 1. Because the angle is theta 1. For second, M2 R2 sin theta 2. For third, M3 R3 sin theta 3. For last, M4 R4 sin theta 4. It is very easy to remember. See here, for horizontal force, for H, you need to remember same M1 R1 cos theta 1. You have to place cos theta everywhere. Okay, so that is M1 R1 cos theta 1 plus M2 R2 cos theta 2 plus M3 R3 cos theta 3 plus M4 R4 cos theta 4. Same for horizontal, that is for delta V, it is M1 R1. Same thing here, instead of cos you have to place sin theta 1. For second, M2 R2 sin theta 2. Third, M3 R3 sin theta 3. Fourth, M4 R4 sin theta 4. Okay, so this will be horizontal and this will be vertical component. Now what we are doing is, here, see, if you just consider this, what we are doing here, So here we are just what we are calculating is, see, if four forces are there, m1, okay, m2, okay, m3, okay, and m4. So m1, m2, m3 and m4, m2, m3 and m4. Okay, what we are doing is we are finding, see, instead of all these four forces m1, m2, m3 and m4, we are finding only one force which acts, okay, which is m. So instead of all these, which can balance this, now these all four, which mass can balance, that is the resultant, that is. So instead of, if you are putting all these four on one side, and if you are putting m on one side, it will be balanced, okay. So it will be balanced, that we are doing, we are finding what is the resultant mass. So that we are finding, so we are finding resultant mass R is equal to, same thing, you are finding delta H square plus delta V square, that we are taking in under square root of delta H square plus delta V square. And then what we are finding, we are finding angle. What is the angle? See, this I told, no, this angle. So resultant, m is nothing but a resultant, okay, resultant. For this resultant, what is the angle it is covering? From here, what is the angle it is covering? That angle is called theta, that we are finding, okay. We are finding angle. So that is resultant mass we are finding, resultant mass, then angle we are finding. For finding angle, you have to take theta is equal to tan inverse of delta V by delta H. What is delta V? Vertical force. What is delta H? Horizontal force. So we are finding horizontal force and vertical force. Don't worry, okay, you might have getting a little bit confused here, okay, but don't worry, when you solve one or two problems, you will easily understand the whole procedure for this whatever we are discussing. So here you have to just remember horizontal force, that is delta H is given by m1 r1 cos theta 1 plus m2 r2 cos theta 2 plus m3 r3 cos theta 3 and plus m4 r4 cos theta 4. This you are finding for horizontal force, you are finding all the problems. It is very simple, problems are very simple. When you go through one problem, you will easily understand this whole procedure. Whereas vertical force, you are taking m1 r1, instead of cos theta, you have to put everywhere sin theta 1, sin theta 2, sin theta 3, sin theta 4. And resultant, what do you mean by resultant? Resultant is nothing but instead of putting all those mass on one side, if you are putting all the mass on one side, and if you are putting resultant mass on another side, it will be balanced, okay, balancing you are doing. And then you are finding at what angle that mass you have to put. That angle is called as angle that is called theta, which is given by tan inverse. So what do you mean by tan inverse is, so how you are taking in calculator tan inverse is, just you have to press shift and tan, okay, then you have to take bracket delta V divided by delta H, vertical force divided by horizontal force, then you have to take tan inverse, you will get what is the angle. So whenever you are solving any problem, so what all will be given? m1 will be given, so that is mass will be given m1, m2 will be given, m3 will be given, and m4 will be given. This is m4 will be given, okay. Then angles will be given, okay. Angles is, this is theta 1 will be given, theta 2 will be given, theta 3 will be given, and theta 4 will be given, okay. And then they will give r1 radius, r2 they will be given, r3 will be given, and r4 will be given, that is radius, at what radius it is rotating will be given, okay. Now you have to find m and r, so you have to find m and theta, okay, m and theta. See here, so when we solve one or two problems, okay, so you'll easily understand this how the whole thing or whatever I have explained today, you'll easily understand with one or two problems. It is very easy, okay. Little bit you might be getting little bit confused what all this procedure, but it is very easy, you'll be getting very easy, okay. So it is very easy. So we'll just take one problem, So one problem, okay, that is maybe in the next class we'll be taking one problem on how to balance this process. Okay, I'll just briefly read the question. Okay, that is okay, so four masses m1, m2, m3 and m4, which are 200 kg, 300 kg, 240 kg and 260 kg respectively. The corresponding, okay, four masses are given. Okay, the corresponding radii of rotation are 0.2 meter, 0.15 meter, 0.25 meter, 0.3 meter respectively. Four radius are given and angles are given. Okay, angles are given 45 degree, 75 degree, 135 degree. Calculate the position and magnitude of balance mass required if its radius of rotation is 0.2 meter. Okay, so now what all it is given? So m1 is given 200 kg, m2 is given 300, m4 is given 400, m3 is given 400, m4 is given 260. These are given here. Okay, 200, 300, 240 and 260. Okay, then radius are given. Radius r1 is given 0.2 here, 0.2 is given. Okay, then r2 is given 0.215, 0.15, r3 is given 0.25, so this is 0.25, and r4 is given 0.3. Okay, r4 is given 0.3. Okay, now the and next after, okay, noting this, so what you have to find is, you have to find what is m1 r1. You have to multiply 200 into 0.2, you will get m1 r1 40 kg. Okay, now that is 200 into 0.2. What you are getting? Kg meter you are getting. Here kg is there. Okay, here kg is there, here meter is there, so kg meter. M2 r2 will get 45 kg meter. Okay, that is 300 into 0.15. m3 r3 will get 60 kg meter. m4 r4 you will get 78 kg meter. Okay, so like this you are taking m1 r1, m2 r2, all this you are fine. Now the angles are given. Now the angles, see, the angles are given. Okay, so okay, these things, so little bit you might have, so we have a time constraint, because of that I could cover only this much. Okay, so in the next part of the video, okay, if I start covering, it will take around half an hour, so we'll just continue this part of the lecture in the next video. You just note the questions and just write these given data. Okay, whatever I have told, no, m1, m2, m3 and m4, r1, r2, r3 and r4. Then you find m1 r1, m2 r2, m3 r3 and m4 r4. Then we'll just discuss next part, that is how to take angles. Okay, and how to draw this diagram. Very simple it is, how to take this diagram, and then continue that okay, angles, and how to proceed with the next procedure. It is very easy. After noting all this, what you have to do is, you have to find same, you have to use this horizontal. Okay, we have used, no, I just explained, no, cos theta 1, m1 r1 cos theta 1, that you have to use. In second part you have to use this vertical force. Then you have to find this, whatever the values. Okay, after that you have to find those four formulas are very important. So then you are finding m, and then you are finding theta. Okay, this, okay, is very important. It is for 10 marks, so it is very easy problems are there. So we'll just discuss one thing, one note. What I want to just tell you is, whenever you are seeing the video, just sit with the book and pen, and just whatever we are doing, you just go on noting down, and by that, if you get any doubts, you can just clarify them. Okay, so when I am explaining, just you can rewind that video, and just you can see, and you can just practice. So it is for 10 marks, easy problems like this. One problem is fixed, so we'll just take this particular problem, we'll solve it correctly in the next part of the video. Okay, thank you.